honestly so scared to do this video because the last time we did this, I had like a 7-hour screen time and I was reading all day. And then I checked before and guys, my screen time is so much better. I used to be on my phone constantly, not only working because, you know, like YouTube and things like that, but I would also be scrolling mindlessly, just constantly on my phone. And then towards the end of last year, 2024, I just was so sick of myself wasting my time. The only thing we have in this life is time. And I just felt like every time I would spend hours on it, that was just me cashing in my very limited resource. I don't know why it got so deep for me, but like literally I had an epiphany one time and I was like, no, we cannot do this anymore. It was just so bad. Like some days it was 7 hours and some days it was like 9, almost 10, but kedo kawata. So now I'm like, okay, what is it gonna be? I'm kind of scared. I know I've been better, but has it been as good as I think it was? And guys, it was so good. I checked it and look at this. Somebody come look at this. Yeah, 3 hours and 22 minutes. Before it was 7 hours and like 50 minutes, so almost 8 hours. And that was my average. I've changed. I'm different. Who is she? Like, love this for me. And it's not just because it's the new year, blah, blah. No, I've been doing this since like, I think November. So I'm very proud of myself. With that being said, that means we're not going to be able to finish a book today. Unfortunately, my screen time is too good. I'm sorry. I'm being annoying. I'm just really proud of myself. But unfortunately, we won't be able to finish a book today. We do have 2 options though. The first one is my book club book of the month. This is Never Let Me Go. Now, this book is very interesting. It's about these girls who go to like this English school and they realize their school isn't everything that they thought it would be. There's some other interesting, very like almost scary and suspenseful things that go on in that school, and you just follow that story. So I do have to read 50 pages in this, so I think we'll start with this. And then last, we're gonna put a dent in dark matter, okay? If it kills me, we're gonna put a dent in this book today. I think before I got to like page 50, so hopefully we can get maybe 100, 150 pages in. I think that'd be pretty good. So these are the 2 books we're gonna be reading today. And also, I highly recommend this challenge for people because I know that everyone is having like a really hard time with balancing their social life as well as being on their devices and things. So if you feel like you're on your device too much, which I feel like everyone is from time to time, you should definitely use this challenge because I'm telling you, I always feel so proud of myself when I'm done with it because I'm like, wow, all that time I was scrolling, now I'm reading. Like now I'm doing something productive with my time. So that's just a little FYI for you. With my book club books, I really like to annotate, so that's why I have this here. But let's put this timer on. 3 hours and 22 minutes. My goal is to get it down to 2 hours, nothing more than 2 hours. If I can do that on a consistent basis, I'll be very proud of myself. 3 hours and 22 minutes. Okay, ready? I don't know what's going on. I read my 50 pages in this book and genuinely, I don't know what's going on. And not only that, the treachery is there's no spacing in this. It's just straight words. I don't mind a lengthy book, but I feel like it's a little prize when the chapters are separated a little bit better. It can be the exact same word count, but I just need a little bit of separation. This is kind of nuts for me. And some people did warn me to let me know that this book has a little bit of a slow start, but we're 50 pages in. How much slower are we gonna get? Like, this author is leaving the audience and the reader in the dark for so long, and they give little snippets of clues about what's going on here and there. But for the majority of the time, for 50 pages, we've been left in the dark. So genuinely, I don't know what's going on. And this is a short book. But the thing is, again, all the words are very compact together. So it's actually a little bit longer than it looks. It's kind of deceiving, but it's less than 300 pages and we're 50 pages in and still in the dark. So I don't know where this is going, but I did finish reading it. So I am happy about that. And now it's time to read Dark Matter. I am so excited for this because we're actually already 50 pages in this. And right now, I paused the timer. Let me see. It's past my bedtime, but we have an hour and 50 minutes left. So we'll spend that time reading Dark Matter, which I'm excited about. Right, Bubba? because that book was actually really good and it was fast paced, and I'm excited to see what's going on in that. But as I mentioned, it is past my bedtime. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, because there's no way I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and still going to bed past my bedtime. I just can't do that. I don't know how some people do it where they can get like 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep, but me, I need the beauty rest or I am not a functioning person. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
24 hours later.
I have an hour and a half left. I read for 10 minutes earlier when I had like a study break. And now, because I'm driving, I think I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. I finished my book club book yesterday, as I mentioned, but truly I don't know what's going on, truly, and it is slow. So I'm hoping that Dark Matter is the better option, and I hope that it has a good audiobook, because I liked reading it, the physical book, before, and now I'm trying out the audiobook. So we'll see how that goes. Also, this is another side note, but y'all, I usually don't break out, right? I have had so many pimples, and every time I have like a breakout, it leaves a dark mark on my face, and I'm just going through it right now. I think it was the holidays, because I ate a lot of stuff that I usually don't eat. I usually don't like eat a lot of sugar and eat a lot of processed foods, and during the holidays I just let myself do whatever I wanted to, because like that was supposed to be my treat, and it's backfiring. I'm looking crazy these days. Guys, this book is insane, like actually so crazy. I'm 92 pages in, and oh my god, I get it. I'm so happy I'm reading it now. I wonder how many, okay, 340 pages, and I'm on 92. What just happened? What I just read on page 92? Insane. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This book kind of reminds me of The Truman Show, if you've ever watched that movie. By the way, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. I think it's in my top 10. This guy, he lives a normal life. Everything seems normal until one day he meets this girl, and she runs up to him and tells him like, hey, what you think is happening, your reality isn't true. This is all like a hoax. Everyone's in on it. Basically, nothing that you know is real. And so he tries to decipher if she's telling the truth or if she's crazy. And slowly but surely, he realizes everything that he thought was true is not. But in this case, it's different because it's not a game. Like, everything is distorted. And if you guys remember the synopsis of the story, he's a regular science professor one day, and the next day his entire life is different. He doesn't know how anything has happened. He doesn't know where he is, why everyone is pretending to be something that they're not, and he's just trying to figure out if his past life was reality or if this new life is reality. And oh my gosh, it's so insane, but it's so freaking good, every single chapter, and it's so fast paced. I'm like, whoa, every like new chapter, it's so insane. I'm sorry, I'm just a little shook right now, because there's no way if y'all have read this, let me know in the comments below, because I think I'm in for a wild ride. I'm literally only on page 92, so it can only get crazier, right? But wow, this is far better than my book club book so far. I don't know if it will get better, but this has been good from the very beginning. I'm still so mad that I put this down last year, because even when I was reading it last year, I think I read up to like 50 pages. I was having such a good time, but I had so much other stuff to do, had so many other books to read, that I just never got back to it. But I'm so glad we're starting off this new year with this, because it is a good one. Wow. Also, with our timer, we have 38 minutes left, so obviously we're gonna continue to read, but I just had to tell you guys, I just read the craziest thing, and I just know it's gonna get crazier. I'm so in love so far. So far, knock on wood, so far, this is a 5-star. I don't know what to tell you, it's a 5-star. All right, we made it. I finished on page 123, and I am reeling. Like, I don't want to put this book down. I honestly want to read more, but it is getting late now. It's 8:30. I go to bed at 9:30. And oh my goodness, I'm genuinely speechless. Like, this book has me on the edge of my seat. I cannot believe the words that I'm reading. I genuinely feel like this should have been my book club book for the month, because we would have something to talk about for days. Like, literally, I can go on for hours about The things that I'm seeing, the things that I'm reading, I am genuinely so shook. It even made me feel like I have to make a dedicated short form content for this because it is so good. And I need to let people know, like, this is incredible. And again, I'm only 122, 23 pages in. Obviously, I'm gonna finish it before I do anything else, but I'm speechless. Like, no, you don't understand. I'm so speechless. This was really good. And this challenge was really fun. I'm so glad that we did this. I'm so happy that my screen time is much lower now. And if you have an issue with your screen time and you feel like you're on your phone, you're on your devices too much, I would highly recommend this challenge. It was genuinely a fun ride, especially if you do it with like a good book. You should do it with a book that you've been wanting to read for a really long time, or maybe even go back to a favorite book and then make yourself use that time wisely. And wow, this was definitely far better than scrolling on Instagram, on YouTube or whatever. And I definitely want to do this more, but that is it for me. I think I'm just going to stare at a wall for a while because what was that? Like, literally, what was that? If anyone has read this book, please talk to me in the comments because I am devastated. I am so many things. Wow. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. Bye.